Okay, this video today is going to tell you how to track any live chat software that you have on your website. If you want to track when somebody chats with you inside Google Ads so you can see it, which ad drove that chat engagement that you had with a potential client or customer. Or you want to do that through Facebook ads or LinkedIn ads or wherever you're advertising. I'm going to explain at a high level how that's actually done so you can go out there and basically do it. There's also a way if somebody chats with you and then goes on to buy later on. Let's say they chat you up through the live chat and then later on they call you up and they want to buy and they give you the credit card over the phone. You could track those sales inside Google Ads, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, and so forth as well. So in either case, you can actually track that a sale occurred, basically. Long story short. You can actually, by the way, track the sales if they come through the contact form initially to contact you or the phone. But this is a video about live chat, so I'm going to explain how to track whether someone chats with you when somebody buys from you when they start out through a live chat on your site, so that you can optimize your ads. Everything you do running ads on these platforms, Google, Facebook, it's all predicated on data. You need successful conversion data for the ad platforms to optimize your ads and make your ads more profitable. The more ad data you have coming into your ad accounts, the better your ad spend can produce for you. So if you have a lot of people chatting with you through the live chat, you want to also track the live chat leads coming in. If you want to track all lead sources, phone calls, people who fill out the contact form, and then if you have live chat, also the live chat. Because those are the ways that they contact you, which those indicate that you got a quality lead from the traffic that these ad networks generated. So when you can feed that data back to Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever you're using, it knows how to now get you a little bit better return on your ad spend that you're spending with them on an ongoing basis. And when you add sales data to that, it's 3 times more so. So really what you're doing when you start out advertising on these platforms is you're investing in gathering data so the ad platforms know how to deliver you a return after the cost of your ad spend and product cost or service delivery costs and so forth. So you can't necessarily expect things to work right away unless you have a really hot item to sell or service to sell. But eventually you'll get the results you want, the ROI that you want, if you wait long enough and you feed in enough conversion data to your accounts, adding live chat data in there where 10% or more of the people that contact you is through live chat will help you tremendously. So with that all said, if you're running ads on Google Ads, Microsoft/Bing ads, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, Twitter ads, it's all going to be done the same way to track whether somebody chatted or not inside these app platforms so you can see which ad drove that chat, which keyword drove that chat if it's search engine ads, what time of the day that chat occurred, time of the week or day of the week, are they male or female, how old are they, their income level, on and on and on. That allows you, the human optimizer of your ads, to know how to narrow down your ads to the 20% that works the best on an ongoing basis, as well as the algorithms that also do it for you on these platforms itself. The way that you track whether a chat occurred from a click that these ad platforms got you is through event-based tracking. They all use this event-based tracking now. So with that, what you do is you basically set up a custom event within these ad platforms to notify them when a live chat happened, and you name it live chat engagement, and so that when you want to go ahead and see how many live chat engagements have occurred through your ad account for the ad spend that you spent, that event will show up in your ad account under the, where your ads are displayed, where your age demographics are displayed, so you can see how many of the live chat engagements you got. So what you could do is you could sign up for Google Tag Manager and then add for whatever ad networks you're running ads on, add the conversion tag that they give you to put on your site through Google Tag Manager. So you don't have to do it that way, but I recommend doing it because it makes it a lot easier to manage. And once you got your tag added to your site through Google Tag Manager, you could register events, the custom event, with each one of the ad networks you're using. And then from there, within Google Tag Manager, set up to have an event fire when somebody chats on the site. So ultimately, Google Tag Manager will, once you set up an event to track if somebody chats or not, it'll look at the source of the person or where they came from when somebody does live chat with you, and then send that information to the appropriate ad network here that you need it on. So that's the basics behind tracking if a live chat occurred on your website once you have live chat software on your site. And it's kind of technical. For the most part, it's not that easy to do unless you're familiar with it or you have somebody who's dedicated to doing this task. You know, literally speaking, if it's just some random programmer who doesn't usually do conversion tracking, it's hit or miss. I've seen this many, many times. You need somebody who's dedicated, who only does this and nothing but, i.e. conversion tracking setups for clients, to make sure you get it right the first time. Because you don't want to waste money on ads and then you find out your tracking's not set up right a month from now. Because going back to what I was saying from the beginning, basically half of your investment into that ad spend was the data gathering so that the algorithm could get enough data to actually run your ads well. And if you waste all this money and time spending money and not getting the full data collected from your performance, you wasted your time as well. So find somebody like that, or if you reach out to my firm, basically we charge clients $500 to set something like this up because it's pretty easy for us to do. We've done it hundreds of times for clients. So just reach out, and if you want somebody to do it. But that's how you track on a basic level. I know it doesn't give you specific details, but the specific details are so technical. There's other videos for that, and unless you're a programmer, you're not going to probably understand it anyway. As far as now tracking the sales though, like I said before, you could track if somebody just chats with you, and then you could also track if somebody chats with you and then goes on to buy later on. If you sell a product, you don't really have cart tracking, but you sell something that's more than a few $100s, and you take also orders through the phone, or maybe you have people call you and then you punch the order through your website for the customer on the phone, that data is lost to the ad platforms because that user did not finish their purchase themselves on your website. So if the person chats with you and then they come back to the site on a different device and then they purchase, you're not going to be able to see it. You're not going to pick that a sale occurred from that click that originated from a live chat that occurred on your site, if you will. Or, like I said, if they chat and then they call and they order through the phone, that's not going to be picked up through your conversion data and on your ad account. It won't show on your ad accounts that a sale occurred. If you want to track if somebody chats with you and then later on orders through the phone, or you put their order through for them on the site after talking to them on the phone, if you will, or in this case, as we're strictly talking about chats, if they chat with you, and then they say they want to order, can I call by ordering through the phone, or here's my credit card information. They actually give you their credit card information through the live chat. You can actually have that data on whether a sale occurred or not to show up in your ad platform by having the click ID picked up through your chat program. So some chat programs will allow you to pick up this click ID as a normal part of the software. And each one of these ad platforms have a click ID that is put in the URL. So you'll notice if you click on a banner ad that you find online, you go to the website, you look at the URL bar, it'll have something that like a question mark, underscore, UTM equals, and then a bunch of letters and numbers. that code after, or sorry, it's GCLID equals and then letters and numbers there. After that GCLID, which is, that GCLID stands for Google Click ID. If you have that string of numbers and you come back to Google's ad platform with it, they understand which user that was. So when you say this person who had this click ID bought, and this is how much they spent, they can match it up with what ad they clicked on, what keyword they clicked on, and so forth. So the chat program sometimes will have a spot inside the chat program that says, here's the user's Google Click ID, or here's the user's Microsoft Click ID, or here's the user's Facebook Click ID. They all have the same name. It's Facebook Click ID, Microsoft Click ID, Google Click ID, LinkedIn Click ID. Twitter's a little bit different. But ultimately what the chat program does is it just looks at the URL, grabs the Click ID, puts it into the software for you so that later on, like once a month, you could go and take your customer list, who bought, and how much they spent. You find that customer in the live chat logs that you have, grab all the click IDs, and then import them into your ad accounts. Through these ad accounts, you can do it through an API. So you can actually have some sort of CRM that your live chats go into, and that you put all your data in there, and that posts to your ad accounts itself. Or you could just take a simple spreadsheet, put your click IDs that you find, that you picked up from your live chat software, upload them to the ad platforms, and then how much the customer spent will show up in your ad account. So sometimes they'll show up at a spot inside the management area of your live click or live chat software. Other times, what the live chat software will usually do is each visitor that you chat with, it'll have the referring URL, basically where they came from. And it'll have the full URL. So in the referring URL, you can get the click ID there. So again, the way that this works is you once a month, you download all your customers that you got, and this could be all your this is all your customers. All your customers that you got the last 30 days and how much they spent. You see if any of those customers match up with people that you had a chat with in the live chat. All right. Then, okay, you put that on a spreadsheet, and then you upload that to the ad network here, the click ID specifically. So if you find that the person who bought actually started off with a live chat inside your live chat software, you look at the referring URL, you get the click ID, and then you upload that click ID to the ad network that it's from. Because the URL is going to say GCLID, and you'll know that click ID is from Google. The Microsoft will say MKS CLID, so you'll know that click ID is from Microsoft. You'll upload it to Microsoft. For Facebook, it'll be FB CLID. Then you'll know to upload that click ID to Facebook, and so forth. Twitter has a more complicated system to do it, which I won't go into. But that's the basic fundamentals on how to track sales that came through your live chat itself. So you could track, you ultimately want to track sales that come through the phone, through the forums, through the live chat, and then if you have a cart, also track sales through there. So you get, no matter how the customer had purchased from you, you got the data tracked, and you got the most data that you can collect for your money, so that you get to the end point where you have enough data so that the ad platforms know how to get you results that you want as quick as possible, and is with spending as little money as possible up front to get that minimum data that you need for your ads to run efficiently on these ad platforms. So one thing to kind of, you got to be careful of course, is if on the live chat you notice on your customer list John Smith bought and he spent $500, and you find John Smith on your live chat itself, if he went ahead and purchased through the shopping cart, that purchase, if you're tracking purchases through the cart, will be counted twice if you upload John Smith's sale to the ad platforms as well. So to update what I said before a little bit, all of the customers that bought within the last 30 days, you would want to exclude anybody who bought through the cart. okay, in that, so that you don't double count somebody's sales on your ad platforms, which will, you know, the crappier the data you have coming into your ad account, the crappier the results out. It's a very simple system like that. And so what I always do is I'm going to download the list of customers itself, and I'm going to basically try to not have the customers that bought through the cart, find which customers came through the live chat itself, and then upload those Google Click IDs. Then I'm going to check the Google Click IDs I got from all the people filling out the form, and then people that call last. Now, for the most part, Google itself, if somebody bought through the cart after doing a live chat with you, and you upload the Google Click ID, and they already knew that Google Click ID purchased to the shopping cart already, for the most part, they will not double count it. I can't say the same for these other platforms, so at the very least, if you can anyway, try to get all the customer data for all the customers that did not buy through the shopping cart. And that way you don't have to worry about double counting at all, so to say. So that's it. That's pretty much everything I could tell you about how to track live chat engagements. Reach out to me if you have any, need to set sales tracking of the people who come through the chat originally, or just tracking the live chat engagements altogether. I'll help you set it up on any one of these platforms. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below as well. I get back to every single person who leaves me a comment on this channel, usually within a couple days' time. You can ask me any other PPC related questions as well, by the way, if you'd like to ask. I'd be happy to try to put you on the right path on what you're trying to do. Now, I have a ton of other content on this channel that tells you how to make money with ads, strategies, stuff that works that we're using to guarantee results on our clients' campaigns. With that, if you want to make millions of dollars with your ads and you don't want to have to waste a ton of money to do it, watch the content on my channel. It has it all, because I personally manage 50 plus clients' accounts on Google, Facebook, and so forth on an ongoing basis. I test things on an ongoing basis. I already know kind of what works and give it to you on this channel, so you don't have to test and figure all this stuff out for yourself. And we have to get results for our clients, or we don't get paid. So you know these strategies work. So why go elsewhere for your information? It's the best information you're going to find on YouTube, because otherwise you're getting it from a full-time YouTuber who don't run an agency like I do, or it's a person managing a couple of accounts with not the same level of insight as to what's going on. I also got a blog at guaranteeppc.com/blog if you're interested in my written material. And if you need somebody to help you manage your ads, you don't have time, or you just want better results, reach out to me at my firm at guaranteeppc.com. I'd be happy to look over your stuff and estimate how much sales results I can get for you on guarantee, in that we won't take any fees from you if we're going to decide to work with you before we have any results for your account. And respectively, that can be a decent amount of results, more than what we would charge ultimately. So we don't work with everybody, but I'd like to look over your stuff if you're interested in working with the best person you're going to be able to find to manage your ads out there. And so I'll wrap it up with that, though. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next one, where we have another great strategy for you then. See you then.